Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video here at Truckin Life. We're going to be reacting to JustTruckin's video. Do you think he's wrong? No voluntary inspections. Do we shut down our business? Seems like Goliath is beating David. So let's go ahead and check this video out and see what it's about.
Alright, let's purposely go say hello. Purposely go say hello. I feel like this might be a better way station than the state line because state line's probably pretty busy. There's a lot more traffic. I don't know. I don't want to pull right behind this SUV, but I also don't want to pull next to the tire guy.
That's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? Like that's what every driver actually wants to avoid. Nobody wants to be messing with no DOT at no wait station or whatever, but when it's affecting your business because you can't pull loads because they're telling you have to have inspections, like what else can you do, right? So I'm kind of with him on what he's doing here because it's affecting the ability to be able to book loads. But let's see if he gets it.
I'll give him his room. I'll go one more lane over. That guy's leaking something. Okay, let's go say hi. Yeah, the northbound side's real quiet. Glad I stopped over here. All right, driver's entrance.
Believe that 30 years he's been in business, so it's not like they're trying to read out fake
8 years.
companies.
8 years. I don't get it. But it's going all AI. Now you email and you don't even talk to a person anymore.
Oh, it's all AI.
And then, so they just automatically look at your I haven't been DOT side inspected on the road in 2
It's
years.
funny because I've been trying to, our brass don't care, right?
Yeah.
So we're not, let's just say we're not supposed to do voluntary inspections, right? I do them because it's hard for you guys to get a load.
Yeah.
I really want to know what the issue is, but now it's kind of making sense that you said maybe AI. They're just going through a checklist.
They go do a checklist.
Yeah,
I got a broker friend. He shows me my score. He's like, the only thing that's red is you haven't had an inspection on the side of the road by a DOT officer.
Interesting.
So I've gone through Georgia 5 times.
Right.
But they don't. Like,
Yeah, here too. It's hit or miss. Luckily, me and this other trooper over here,
that's kind of what you're doing today.
we'll do them, but you'll get other troopers because it's in our policy. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. I brought it up to our admin, and they kind of were like, whatever.
Or at least have like an office where we could like set up and go.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I set an appointment?
I was saying, why can't we get with the brokers and say, listen,
This guy's
most of us
okay.
don't do voluntary inspection, so you got to change your requirements.
Everyone you can talk to, there's like,
I know.
You can't work.
So you could choose to like Justin or not like Justin's, but we gotta just go based on our common sense or whatever. Everything that the officer said and that Justin's pretty much disputing here is correct, right? You know, I mean, if you have the ability because you have your motor carrier, in his case, he's had his motor carrier for 7 years. He has a good safety score. Everything's checking out, right? Insurance, all that stuff. And the only thing it's reading is that you don't have an inspection. And I think it was prior videos. I'm not sure if it's on this video. I'm thinking it was prior ones where he shows he's going to the wait stations or just pulling up to some random officer trying to get an inspection, and you're not able to do so. So like, what is a guy supposed to do? Like if you're not able to book any freight with any brokers or whatever, you're kind of stuck. So I kind of don't blame him on this. I would probably end up doing the same thing, but it shouldn't be that hard to be able to get an inspection somewhere. Like even the officer said, maybe they need to have some sort of like place where you can go and get a voluntary inspection so that those inspections can appear on whatever system it is that they use to verify a carrier if they can haul a load or not, right?
Today's the day, guys. Oh my goodness, I could scream for joy.
Stupid about it is, like we were talking, you think that would be a plus, right? Because most of us, I don't look at your truck and do a random inspection very often. Usually I see something that catches my eye, and then, or your low tread or a tire or your headlights not working, and then I do my inspection because I'm wasting mine and your time, and you got to load, you know what I'm saying? See if he can find something. Nobody in Tampa would do one for him. And I was like, I don't know how you can't get this guy to inspect, because all he was getting was washer and dryers, man. He's like, I can't make money off washer and dryers. You're just bottom of the line.
Yeah, you couldn't get anything that was worth a damn.
Nothing.
So yeah, I drove to Atlanta, to all through the way stations in Georgia, because I live in Greenville, South Carolina, between Charlotte. I drove to Charlotte, nothing. I drove down here yesterday. The main one was closed, and by the time I got down to here, it was already past time.
And like I said, I don't know about Georgia and them, but we don't do
Voluntary. Neither do there. That's what they said. There was 2 guys sitting in there like, hey man, we can't do it. But luckily, the guy in Georgia, before I came in, like past Brunswick, he said, come back tomorrow. We should be able to help you.
Yeah.
A couple guys working. But man, I appreciate you doing that, because
and it's lucky too, because it's hit or miss, because we're not always up here.
that's what I'm saying. Sometimes there's not enough guys. There's one guy sometimes, and so you can't really leave your post to Simpsonville.
There it is.
Thank you, man.
Welcome,
I'm just gonna keep. And now every year I'm just gonna like spend the month of July with my renewal.
What I understand, like I said, I just don't understand the concept behind it.
Yeah.
I brought it up to our administrators, and I got the typical administrator answer: we don't do voluntary. But I'm like, that's not fixing the problem.
That's not what we're talking about. Because if we don't have 30 trucks, there's less chance of us getting an inspection.
I don't understand the broker part, but I guess maybe it's just like your insurance now. It's just a checklist.
Yeah, it's a checklist. That's what my broker buddy says. That when it shows inspection, it's red. No inspections. I'm like, man.
Steve Howard, that's the guy next door. He's one of those that just black or white, man. Yeah.
No voluntary. He's on the north. He's on the south side.
Yeah, he's like, you got over here.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Hit and miss. Yeah. And I said I saw a lot of you guys here. I saw one F-150 coming off Highway 4, kind of sitting in the middle, and I saw it said commercial enforcement on it. And I was just gonna pull over on the median and be like, hey man, can you please inspect me real quick? I don't want to lock my brakes up right here in the middle of Highway 4, but get my attention somehow.
So I want to go ahead and give kudos to whoever this officer is. We need more officers that way. He seems to be a pretty common sense type of law enforcement officer, right? Like, you can't choke carriers up on something that you can't get done. You know what I'm saying? Like, he meets the inspections and you try to go get an inspection and everybody tells you we don't do voluntary inspections, right? And unfortunately, that's just where the industry is at right now. You know, like Justin mentions AI and stuff like that. I've had that happen to me a couple of times. Most of the time I'm able to get a person on the phone when I'm booking a load, but it has happened before to where you get some AI and it's very difficult to transact business that way, right? You know, I'm sure AI is going to be useful in many different industries at one point, you know, but you know, when you're trying to negotiate something, it's frustrating, you know, when you're dealing with AI. I mean, we all deal with it on an everyday basis to some extent, right? You know, you call for your cell phone because you need something, right? It's not working or whatever. How frustrating it is, and you know, when they're telling you, you know, if you need customer service, press 1, or if you need your pay bill, press 2, and then you're like customer service, and then they're like, okay, in order to connect it to the right person, please tell me what's more about. Well, I need to change my bill or whatever. And then it just keeps going and going and going, and it's just aggravating. Like, I just want to talk to a person. Just push 0 and connect me to a person. I don't want to deal with the AI. So I can 100% understand where Justin's coming from it. I'm sure other drivers also deal with it, you know, but it shouldn't be this hard to be able to get a voluntary inspection. And the officer pretty much said it best, you know. If your truck is, you know, running down the highway, or if you're, you know, running down the weight station and, you know, visually it looks good or whatever, he's not going to want to waste the driver's time. And he doesn't want to waste his own time, right? It has to be something which catches his eye to say, okay, let me go ahead and inspect that. And I wish every officer had that mindset, you know, because some of them do and some of them don't, right? But, you know, the very last thing that Justin said here is like, what I gotta do, lock my brakes up in the middle of the interstate for me to get your attention so that you can do an inspection? Like, at the end of the day, like, what does a guy do? If you can't book freight, you know, you can't make money. Now, some people may say that they don't like the way Justin trucks or whatever, you know, like you look at his comment section or whatever, you're not a real driver or whatever. I've said it many times before, guys. I'm just reacting to the video. I don't have anything against Justin or anything. I just pretty much react to whatever he's putting on the video, right? But I mean, you gotta give credit what credit's due, and in this particular case, I'm with Justin on this. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to be able to get an inspection so that you're able to get more loads, right? It doesn't matter if he just wants to run around the house or whatever. He's been able to put himself in a position to do that. You know, because I could only assume, right? But maybe YouTube is an income stream. Maybe he has other income streams besides trucking or whatever. For me, unfortunately, my only income stream at this very moment right now is trucking. So, like, I have to go out further, right? But, you know, you can't judge another person on the way they run You know, because if it works for them, it works for them. Everybody trucks different. There's people that are out there 2-3 months at a time. There's people that like to do 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off, or 1 week on or 1 week off. If it works for them, it works for them, right?
It's crazy, but I'm glad to, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to help you out.
And it still says it might take about 15 to 30 days to get in the system.
I'm going to give you a copy of the report now.
Maybe I can
and when I
submit it.
transmit it, it goes, I'm going to transmit it, it goes right to
Straight into
FMCSA.
FMCSA.
Supposedly, that's what we're told. But
You'd think with technology these days that everything would be pretty instantaneous. Yeah, you'd think. But another thing I had to do, listen to this. I've had a Phoenix, Arizona phone number for 25 years plus. Because I went to college there and I stayed there. I met my wife. Anyways, another red flag for me on the side was that my phone number was Arizona. My company was in South Carolina. That was another red flag. So that plus no inspections. And
it's
also
almost like you said, you go through, I'm sorry, what was the name of that again? I'm going to write it down so I can get it. What was the name of that?
highway.com.
Highway.com.
They are taking over the vetting process.
So almost you go to highway.com, they have a format inside their thing that you don't click all those boxes, that
Yeah,
format.
if you don't have an ELD that's transmitting to them, you're not getting a load.
Interesting.
So I had to do that first 8 months ago. Now they're telling me, hey, you don't have any inspections, we can't book loads with you. I'm like, And then they said, a broker friend said, hey man, you're also getting red flags because your phone number's Arizona and your business is South Carolina. So I changed my phone number last week because of that.
See, these are things that are, you know, unfortunately, you know, because of all these shady, carriers that are out here running America's roads or whatever, they're pretty much screwing it up for everybody, right? You know, like those are things that I would probably say that most drivers and most carriers probably don't want to be dealing with, you know, with this highway deal or whatever, because it just makes it a big pain in the ass. But like, I guess I can kind of see where they're coming from, you know, because they're trying to prevent fraud. But I mean, is it really just about that? Like, why do you need to have access to a driver's logbook? You know, just for you can nitpick, you know, just so you can have some sort of control. That's the reality of it, you know, because these systems that, how can I say it? These systems appear to be in favor of the industry and that it's going to make it better. But is it really behind the scenes? Like all that data collection that they're making, you know, or getting, I should say?
25 years.
25 years, whatever. I just changed it. And my wife's like, I feel sad. You're losing this number. I'm like, I just got to do what's going to keep me business. Yeah. 25 years in business. Oh, the same phone number. I had to change it because of being vetted by AI. It's crazy. That's the kind of stuff. A true godsend right there, guys. I want to cry. Never felt so relieved over something. Level 2 inspection. He said, I'll give you a level 2, man. That's even better than level 1. I'm like, thank you, man. It took me a while to find my trailer registration because the trailer registration is permanent, so you get it one time. But I ended up finding it. That's the only thing we was missing. Got my registration for the trailer. Oh, God said, thank you, Lord. And he was saying, like, some of the guys out here, the guy across the way, he's black and white. He's no voluntary inspections. We're not doing them. And he said, man, I feel like they're running you small companies out of here because he didn't really understand. So I gave him some insight of what's going on with highway.com, the vetting and all that. But man, I appreciate you. And luckily he was in there. He's like, hey, what truck are you? Well, I said, White W9. I'll meet you over there. So when he said that, man, I was so happy. Of course, you're worried about your truck. All my lights work, luckily. I fixed that, even that little light up front last night when I was at my drop. But they really want just turn signals, brakes, everything like that. But God bless you, Florida, Daytona inspection station. So now I'm going to try and do this like every 6 months, just randomly pull in, but it'll be like when I see it busy like this. So there's 4 DOT guys here right now. So that's when you want to kind of pull in. During the morning, usually, before lunch, hopefully, if you need an inspection. He said he had a guy come in last week, 30 years of business, dealing with the exact same thing. Couldn't book loads now because he's getting vetted.
Alright guys, so that'll do it for this video or whatever. I'm curious to see what your all's opinions about this particular video and this particular situation that Justin was facing. I mean, I gotta give credit where credit's due, right? You know, I agree with Justin on this one. It doesn't matter how he runs, you know, whether, you know, he wants to just be around the house or whatever the case may be, right? Like those inspections were affecting him in the ability to be able to pull loads, right? And obviously that's a problem, you know, because being a carrier that doesn't have any direct freight, you know, you rely on brokers, right? So I give kudos to that officer. He seems to be like a common sense law enforcement officer. That's what we definitely need more of in this industry. And like, I think he did the right thing. I probably would have done the same exact thing that Justin was doing. And like I said, it shouldn't be that difficult to be able to get an inspection so that you can continue, you know, working and having your business continue to go forward or whatever, right? But pretty much that's what I got for you guys today. If you guys like this type of video, give me a big ass thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, go to my playlist. I have a whole bunch of other videos where I recently did some major work to the truck and learn something, teach something, comment whatever in your brain, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace out.
Like, share, and subscribe.